Hello everyone, Paul Rogers here. Today is September 16th, 2016. We are looking at a newly formed trend channel for the Bitcoin US dollar trading pair. As you can see, Bitcoin did go all the way past 3,000, but there was a whole bunch of buyers that stepped in and pushed the Bitcoin price all the way back up to, I think maybe 3,800 or so. Right now we're sitting at 3,632. But I see this as a very bullish sign, and I see Bitcoin heading higher. I also see that Bitcoin touched the 30 RSI, which is a hugely bullish sign. Every time in the past Bitcoin has hit the 30 RSI, Bitcoin has skyrocketed shortly after. So if you're new to cryptocurrencies or you're trying to look for a good time to buy, I think right now is an excellent time to stack up some more Bitcoin. Another thing I'd like to talk about is what has caused this recent downtrend and how we can, as a community, become stronger from it. Now, governments are basically finding ways to pressure the Bitcoin community and the cryptocurrency community in general by attacking our exchanges, by putting extra regulation, asking information about who their customers are, how much they've invested, all these different things. And the reason I think the answer lies in the reason why Bitcoin is popular in the first place. Besides the blockchain technology, it's the centralized aspect of Bitcoin. That is the key, in my opinion, that makes Bitcoin successful, as it is decentralized, meaning that no one government can kill Bitcoin. It's what makes Bitcoin, in my opinion, very, very special. Now, if our exchanges are set up on an old structure of centralization, we're going to have the same issues. We're going to be able to, the governments are going to be able to pressure them, and it's going to mess up our community every time they go and there's a new rumor or what have you. And the new government decides they want to crack down. So I really feel like the future is decentralized exchanges. And I did mention this in my last video about BitShares. I'm wondering if any of my viewers has experience working with BitShares, the exchange, their experiences with it. I'm going to be signing up for a BitShares account shortly, and I think it's a good idea if every person starts moving towards decentralized exchanges, if possible, because that's the only way we can get away from governments being able to manipulate our markets. And that's exactly what happened recently, as China comes out and starts creating all this fear and uncertainty and doubt, and people don't know what to do. They're just panic selling, and I'm sure insiders made a ton of money because of this. But as a community, we don't need this. We don't need governments. We don't need to make it easy for governments to control us. And the only way that we can get around governments controlling us is by decentralizing exchanges. So we can always find ways to pick up Bitcoin, if going through local Bitcoins, or basically peer-to-peer options for converting fiat into crypto. And a lot of those systems are already in place. But unless we solve the broker aspect of things, we're going to run into this problem over and over again. I don't think we're that far off from the US government starting to put pressure on the brokers that are based in the US, and you know how things go. If one government starts picking on cryptocurrency brokers, another one will start, and it just gets kind of ugly. So another piece of news that I wanted to talk about is China will most likely have brokers in China after October 31st. But they're only going to be able to trade cryptocurrency pairs, so they're not going to have like a fiat gateway, so to speak. So if Chinese want to trade Bitcoin, they just have to go and send a cryptocurrency to an exchange, much like a lot of people do with Poloniex, and do their trading and withdraw their earnings or whatever, their currencies in a cryptocurrency. They're not going to have a way to convert back into won or whatever currency they're using. So it just basically is one more step for them to invest in the cryptocurrencies, and I don't see it creating a big headwind for them. It's just basically one more step. They just have to find a way to purchase Bitcoin, and it's not that difficult. They can probably buy it from miners or peer-to-peer, local Bitcoins, whatever. So I see Bitcoin as still being a big deal in China and Asia after all this. It's just, government's creating more hoops for us to jump through. So anyhow, I wanted to make a quick video this Saturday, and you'll have a good weekend. Paul Rogers out.